moving on to distribution. Now, we distribute these terms when there's a number directly outside a set of parentheses. Now, we know that multiplication is just repeated addition. So when there's a number outside parentheses, another way to think about it is just adding what's inside the parentheses this many times. So this is the number 2, so it's going to be 3x plus y twice. That means we can add these. So let's look over here. If you're going to add these together, y plus y would give me 2y, and 3x plus 3x would give me 6x. Now, let's multiply it. It's a little bit quicker. We're going to get the same answer. We call this the over-under method. We take the 2 and multiply it by the first term over here. 2 times 3x, well 2 times 3 is 6, so 2 times 3x would give me 6x. Now go under to the second term. 2 times positive y is 2y. Just like 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 1y is 2y. Same answer, your preference. Let's move on. Distribution again. Our outside number is 3, so I'm multiplying everything inside the set of parentheses by the number on the outside, which is 3. 3 times 2y gives me 6y. 3 times 3x gives me 9x. Another way to write it, 9x plus 6y. Now, this one's a bit tricky. We have 4x on the outside. Let's see what happens. 4x times 2. It's going to give me 8x. Go on to the next term. 4x times 1 is 4x. Can I combine these? They both have the variable of x, which means yes, you can. 8 plus 4 is 12, so 8x plus 4x gives me 12x is my final answer. Now, with fractions, it's the exact same thing. When there's a number outside the parentheses, we're going to multiply. But with fractions, you can think of it in a different way. Again, you can break up the 4x plus 6 by doing this. Right here, I have 4 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 x's, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That represents my 6. Now, this fraction is 1/2. So if you split this in half, it would look like this. We would have 2 even groups. 2x and then 3 1s. 2 x's and 3 1s. Now, we're just taking half of it, so we don't need this over here, which means 1/2 of this group would be 2x plus 3. Now, remember that number? We're going to do it with multiplication. Whenever you multiply something by a fraction, you're basically dividing by the denominator. So 1/2 times 4 is basically saying what's 1/2 of 4. 1/2 times 4 is 2. 1/2 of 4 is 2. So 1/2 times 4x would be 2x. We're not done. We still have a 6. Go under. 1/2 times 6. What's 1/2 of 6? 3. So 1/2 times 6 gives you 3. Can you combine these terms? Nope, because one has an x and one doesn't. So your final answer is 2x plus 3 or 3 plus 2x, both correct. Now, sometimes when we distribute, there will be a number that is separated by an addition sign or a subtraction sign. This has nothing to do with the multiplication process with the parentheses. So what we're going to do is go ahead and drop it down at the end. So first of all, let's get rid of our parentheses by distributing out these terms. 2 times x, remember that x has a value of 1. 2 times 1 is 2, so 2 times x is 2x. Go under to 3y. 2 times 3y would be 6y. Now that we're done with the parentheses, we can go ahead and drop down the rest of the problem, which is plus 5x. Now we're looking to combine these terms. How many terms are left in this problem? I have an x and a y, which means I'm going to end up with 2 different terms in my final answer. Let's combine these. 2x plus 5x. 2x plus 5x gives me 7x. The rest of the problem, just drop it down. 7x plus 6y or 6y plus 7x. Again, this part of the problem is getting dropped down because it's separated by the addition sign. Let's get rid of our parentheses first. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. The rest of the problem, drop it down. Can I combine these terms? Yes, let's look at them. I have 4x and a minus x and a positive 8 and a positive 3. Let's look at our x's first. what is 4x minus x? 4x minus 1x would be 3x. And then 8 plus 3 is 11. 3x plus 11 is your final answer, or 11 plus 3x, either way. We have a fraction down here. That means we're taking 1/2 of everything inside the parentheses. 1/2 times 2x. Half of 2 is 1, so 1/2 times 2x would be 1x, or just the variable x. 1/2, moving on to the next one. 1/2 times 8. What's half of 8? 4. So 1/2 times 8y would be 4y. What do we do with the rest of the problem? Drop the rest down, exactly how we read it. So we're going to drop down minus 2y plus x. Let's give ourselves a little more room. Combining like terms. What combines with the x over here? I see another x over here. And then I have positive 4y minus 2y. Starting with my x's. X plus x, 1x plus 1x gives me 2x. Then I have 4y minus 2y leaves me with 2y. Or 2y plus 2x, both correct answers. Now, when we put this all together, we might see problems like this on the EOG, where it'll say, find the perimeter. And you know by now that to find the perimeter, you have to add all the sides. We know that opposite sides of a rectangle are equal, so let's fill in our missing lengths. If this side is 2 times x plus y, this is also going to be 2 times x plus y. And if this side over here is 2x, this over here is also 2x. We have to distribute this out before we combine anything. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times y is 2y, which means that down here it's going to be the same. We're going to write 2x plus 2y. Now when you combine like terms, how many terms are going to be in our final answer? I have an x and a y. We're going to have 2 terms in our final answer. Let's combine all the x's first. 2x, 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 2x. So 2x plus 2x plus 2x plus 2x, 2, 4, 6, 8 gives me 8x. Am I done? Not quite. We have a positive 2y and a positive 2y. 2y plus 2y gives me 4y. If that's not an answer choice, this will be it. 4y plus 8x. Look at my triangle. I'm not given all the sides, but we know from these little tick marks that means that all sides are the same. So if this is 3x plus 2, up here will also be 3x plus 2. Over here is also 3x plus 2. Combining like terms, start with a variable. I see a 3x, 3x, and 3x. 3x plus 3x plus 3x gives me 9x. Almost done. I see a plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 gives me 6. 9x plus 6 is your perimeter of this triangle. It is your turn. Try these 3 problems out. When you return, after you pause this screen, we'll go over these together. Hope you try these on your own. Let's go over them together now. Starting with the green problem. We have 1/3 on the outside. So basically I'm just going to divide everything on the inside by 3, or just take 1/3 of everything on the inside. 1/3 times 9x. 1/3 times 9 is 3, so 1/3 times 9x would be 3x. 1/3 times 12, well, 12 divided by 3, or 1/3 times 12 would be 4. The rest of the problem, go ahead and drop it down. Minus 2 plus 3x. Combining like terms, let's look at my x's first. 3x plus 3x. 3x plus 3x is 6x. Almost done the problem. We have plus 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Your final answer is 6x plus 2, or 2 plus 6x. Over here, let's get rid of the parentheses first. 3 times x, 3x. 3 times 2y, 6y. The rest of the problem, go ahead and drop it down exactly how you see it. Plus 2y minus x plus 8. How many terms are in this problem left? We have x, y, and a number without a variable, which means I'm going to have 3 final terms in my final answer. 3x minus x, positive 6y, positive 2y, and then this guy that's by himself. 3x minus x gives me 2x. Positive 6y, positive 2y, 6 plus 2 is 8y. And the guy by himself, we just drop down, he can't combine with anything else, plus 8. Rearrange this any way you'd like, but make sure that the 2x is positive, the 8y is positive, and the 8 is also positive. Last but not least, a little more work. 4 times 2m, 8m. 4 times n is 4n. This won't combine with anything. We just drop it down. 4n. Now, 1/2 times 8m would be half of 8. 4m. 1/2 times 6. Half of 6 is 3, so 1/2 times 6 is 3. Now I can combine like terms. Let's start with my m's. I have 8m and positive 4m. Do I see any other m's? Nope. Let's combine these first. I have 8 plus 4. 8m plus 4m gives me 12m. Let's look at my n's. I see a positive 4n and a negative 4n. If you have positive 4n's and negative 4n's, they all cancel out, which leaves me with 0 n's, which means there's not going to be an n in my final answer. The variable cancels itself out. 4 minus 4 is 0. You don't need to put 0 in. So no more n's, and then we just have a 3 that is by itself. Go ahead and drop it down. Your final answer is 3. 12m plus 3, or 3 plus 12m. And there you have it. Distribution and combining like terms. Good luck.